In this lesson, I'm going to finish the notes from page 32. We were working on this on Thursday. So it's going to be very similar. The homework tonight is going to be very similar to what you did on Thursday night. It's just going to be the evens. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do, we're up to number 5, and I'm going to do it in the same manner that I did this last week. So the sine of theta is root 3 over 2. I always think about those cheater points that I normally write right at the top of the page. The signs are the y values, so I'm going to see, although mine's a little messy, that the y coordinate for the pi over 3 ordered pair is root 3 over 2. So I know my family of angles that I'm going to use for this are pi over 3. Sines, remember it's all students take classes, that's where they're positive. So all and sine are positive in quadrant 1, so they'd be negative in the bottom 2 quadrants. Or another way to think about it, remember our ordered pair on the unit circle, the x is the cosine and the y is the sine. So we're looking for where y's are negative. So that's quadrant 3 and 4. So now I'm going to do my roadmap because I want to put those angles that are pi over 3 family angles in the unit circle. The pi over 3 angle that will be in quadrant 3, if this is 3 pi over 3, that's going to have to be 4 pi over 3. So I'm kind of doing 2 and 3 in the same step on this one. So that quadrant 3 angle, and then the quadrant 4 angle. If this is 6 pi over 3, we have 5 pi over 3. Now they want these in degrees as well, so 4 60s and 5 60s. Okay, so now number 6, a little different. This one's saying, where's the cosine 0? So in all of 6, 7, and 8, you're going to see that they're asking us where things are zeros and ones. So remember, if we plop our unit circle over the origin, without knowing any trigonometry, we could come up with the 4 ordered pairs. Now the ordered pairs around the unit circle, if they are points on the unit circle, are shortcuts because the x-coordinate gives us the cosine of the angle and the y-coordinate gives us the sine of the angle. So what we're going to do is we're going to figure out where the cosines are 0. So it's not a family because they're quadrant angles, and I know that when I get zeros, ones, or negative ones as the answer for the trig function of an angle. So what I'm going to do is just look around my unit circle, see where the cosines or the x's are 0. And there are 2 places. We have pi over 2, which is 90 degrees, and we have 3 pi over 2, which is 270 degrees. Okay, so go to number 7. I'm going to leave my picture here with my ordered pairs. We want to look at those to see which one has a sine of theta equaling -1, which means which ordered pair at the quadrant angles has a y value that's -1. And hopefully you can see there's only one place that they're negative. When we did number 5, we got 2 answers for where or number 6, 2 answers where the cosine was 0, but in number 7, there's just one place where that sign is -1, and that's going to be at 3 pi over 2, and then remember we have to write that in degrees. Okay, and if we needed work, my work would really just be this. And then the same thing on number 8. If I need a little bit of work, I know the x-coordinate is negative over on this quadrant angle, so we want to answer that that would be how many radians, which is pi, and pi is 180 degrees. Okay, so that's going to give you enough to finish up the even.